Over in Immortal Hulk number 27, there's a curious case of current events being kind of evangelized through the comic. And this isn't anything new, but this one plays out particularly weird if you take a look at it. Let me explain. Hey, over in Immortal Hulk number 27, Al Ewing and Joe Bennett. This is a title, Immortal Hulk, that has been, I would say, a fan favorite in the sense that the first 10 issues or so, I think, took some people by surprise. Al Ewing does not have the best track record with comics. He's critically acclaimed in the sense that people think he puts in some good time and effort. I just think he does. He puts in good research into the comics. He does, but they don't typically sell. He's kind of the master of early cancellation, where very few of his books kind of make it to issue 12. He had a couple Ultimate series. He's had Mighty Avengers. He's had a handful of things that he's done. Contest of Champions. Oftentimes, Marvel promotes him like Al Ewing, fan favorite Al Ewing's bringing you the next big thing, and then it's not the next big thing. And even Marvel Comics 1000, which was bookended by Al Ewing, was really pushing to he was the framework, kind of the architect of kind of this next generation of Marvel, and he's going to be part of incoming and a lot of these new kind of initiatives, but it doesn't usually catch with fans. So Immortal Hulk was a nice surprise. It did catch with fans, sold really, really well. And then somewhere around issue 20 or so, it's not like the bottom dropped out. It's just, it seemed like a quarter to a third of the audience just kind of wandered away overnight. And then there was there were some incentive programs going on. So there's some reasons behind this. But in the newest issue, in this issue in November, the Immortal Hulk has taken the fight to kind of the new villain that he's going to be facing. He's taking on Roxxon, and he's going after the Minotaur, which is a Darren Unger. Anyway, he is a character that popped up in Jason Aaron's Thor, and he's basically can turn into a Minotaur, and now he's just kind of permanently staying as a Minotaur. And this issue, I'm not. This isn't a review of the issue. It's just kind of taking you through this really, really strange course of events. So the issue opens up, and the Hulk's doing some things, and it's kind of told in three parts, where the Hulk's doing some stuff, and then there's a Roxxon facility that the Hulk's going to attack, and then there's this boardroom conversation. So they got the Minotaur drinking out of this teeny little teacup, and he's giving a message on capitalism. See if you can count the amount of current social kind of commentary little pieces that come into this issue. So, we've got a boardroom full of a bunch of rich people, and the Minotaur's being don't be a coward, and then he's talking about stepping up the Roxxon was stepping up the renewable energy program, so he took us in the opposite direction. And then here comes the weirdest part. So he's the villain, obviously, but we make it clear that the science is irrefutable. Global warming is happening, extreme weather, failure, wildfires, climate change, destabilizing society as we know it, and he's going to profit off of it. So he's like, we'll offer weaponry, and in the resource wars, we'll offer things, we'll sell politicians. It's amazing in the course of a couple pages of kind of the Minotaur giving his speeches that he is a talking point for all the things. Climate change, it's real, and they're an evil corporation, so they're gonna profit off of it. And we're gonna sell guns and weaponry to all people, and we're going to attack the poor. We're gonna buy off politicians. We're going to and the guy even says, we still have time to do something. And he's like, ha ha ha. There's no hope to solve the climate crisis. We passed the point of no return. I love this. We've been looking at studies. We released for public consumption. Put it this way, that 12-year deadline that's in the news, it's optimistic. I have a little palace waiting into another dimension. I mean, it's comical, but it's not. And then he shifts into creating a narrative. And to Al Ewing's credit, he's weaving all of these current social trend things together pretty concisely. I mean, he is bringing all the various talking points from climate change to politicians to weaponry to the poor, and now he's going into fake news, creating a narrative. And then he talks about how Roxxon owns social media, Rockspace, Yambler, the forums, Roxxon's is all about giving a window into mankind. Roxxon West processes trillions of terabytes per second. That's actually not that much. We're into petabytes. Get with the times, folks. Anyway, gold mine of data given to us for free and allows us to create user loyalty, to manipulate elections, and to betray the earth. And then the Hulk basically goes in and smashes it. And then he goes and shuts down the social media platform, which feels like, again, it's just wish fulfillment for boy, it'd be nice if we could just shut down all the social media farms because they're manipulating people into denying climate change. It's just there's the politics are so thick with this issue, and the villain is just all in it, and the Hulk's part of it too. I mean, the Hulk is also knows Roxxon's up for this, so he's going to go destroy a Rockspace server farm so that the fake news can stop going on, and then he stares into the sunset. This is just the start. We're going to take Roxxon's control away. And it just, I mean, look, there's nothing wrong. I mean, Alan Moore with V for Vendetta and Watchmen and many comics, there's been social commentary in comics all along. I just kind of wonder how many people waking up to the Hulk were surprised, perhaps, to find this was the story that they were going to put out of this kind of horror comic. I mean, I remember I've been on some shows with some people, Pele and some things on Wes's show, talking about how the Immortal Hulk is great. It's horror. It's really, people love it. Were they loving it in this issue where we're talking about climate change and the poor? And I mean, I kept waiting for the Minotaur to talk about his anti-vax strategy, and we never got to it. It just it never did. And then I started thinking, what if like My Hero Academia did this? Like, we've got the newest fight between Midori and Bakugo, and in the middle of it, like, Bakugo just starts talking about how climate change is here, and Midori is he knows, and it just it's weird to have this inserted, and I've done shows before about politics and how this isn't new. We've had social issues, of course, addressed in comics before, but this one was a lot in one. There was a lot of politics all in one issue, and this is and again, like I said, I give Al Ewing some credit for weaving it all together with one kind of tri-panel rant from the villain of all things we're doing. I don't think it's tongue in cheek, because this is kicking off the new Hulk versus Roxxon kind of storyline and battle. So I think this is going to go on for a while. But I just, it's just, whatever. It's just funny. It just came a bit relentless to me, and I'm curious if other people had the same opinion. Comics can absolutely tell lots of different types of stories. It's cool that they do. I wonder at what point maybe we're going to get off this current trend of really just the climate change and the poor and the fake news and Twitter and the social media is bad, and the hero Hulk is going to smash social media, and that's what's going to make everybody happy again and save the planet. I don't know. I long for the days of the commercial with the Indian and the tear in their eye. That's all. I miss those days. The Native American, the tear. Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.